Or you can also find us too, streaming live over at supertalk.fm. And you can always find us too on your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. And even though Thanksgiving is like 48 hours away, am I doing the math right there? Or at least 2 days away, depending on when you started celebrating, there's still time to help a family have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Joining us today is Martha Allen with Extra Table, but they're doing Thanksgiving a little bit differently this year. Hey, Martha.
Hey, we're so excited to be on the radio with y'all. And man, 48 hours till Thanksgiving. I'm not even going to count the days till Christmas.
I know. Well, it's coming quick, fast, in a hurry. Some have been celebrating Christmas since June, but, we're holding out for Thanksgiving here on Good Things, which I know you guys are always up to helping folks make that realization of the Thanksgiving meal possible. Typically, though, we think of, Martha, when we think about helping families, make that Thanksgiving meal, we think about turkeys. But you guys at Extra Tables said, let's do something a little bit different this year. So what are you doing?
That's exactly right, Rebecca. So, the center to all of our, Thanksgiving tables is a great big bird, that turkey. And at Extra Table, we do a special holiday drive to be sure that all of our food pantries and soup kitchens across the state of Mississippi have that big central bird on the table. And what we've learned over the past couple years is that our sweet little food pantries, they don't have the storage capability. And then also, if we think about the people receiving the turkey, they don't have grandmother's heavy pot to cook it in. They might not be used to cooking a turkey. They might not have room in their refrigerator for a turkey. So we started hearing those comments back, and we were like, let's try chickens. Let's see what our pantries think, and they loved it. So we have shipped a Mississippi product. 9,000 birds have gone out the door, 3 times the amount of turkeys we shipped in the past. And we are so excited. So save the turkeys, embrace the Cluck this Thanksgiving.
You have to say that slow and specifically in there, Martha.
Yes, you do. Yes, you
But
do.
I love it. Okay, so this is a unique idea. Obviously, what I think is cool is when you think about helping those in need, it's best to think about what they're, requesting or maybe listening to their feedback. And so that's what you get when you support organizations that are really in the trenches, boots on the ground, kind of doing the thing, which is exactly what Extra Table does. And then having the courage to do something different, right? Because it's kind of like you fall in line with what you feel like you're supposed to do, and just sort of getting that route. So were y'all nervous at first to maybe change to chickens, or was the choir singing loud enough that you thought this is going to be a good hit?
Well, I was pretty sure I'd checked in with like 15 of our 62 pantries to get a good feel on it, a good temperature. But that first morning that we were delivering the chickens, when we unloaded the truck and started moving them, and they got so much more. And, so many senior citizens, they just don't eat as much. So, 2 senior citizens in one home, they could eat on a turkey for months. It's going to spoil, but a chicken is perfect. So the feedback was incredible. They were all so excited. And when we talk about, responding to their needs, we also have a responsibility to our donors. And so, turkeys are seasonally priced. So they're more expensive. You just can't even get around that. And then chickens are a Mississippi-grown bird. And so we were able to, in the past, we shipped 3,000 turkeys, and we were able to sponsor them from people just like you and all your listeners for $15 a piece. But this year, we were able to supply 3 whole chickens, so a 10 to 12-pound turkey versus 16.5 pounds of chicken meat for the same price. So dollar for dollar, it's better. Knowledge and ability to cook-wise, it's better. It's better to store and transport. So it ended up, Rebecca, being a win-win all the way around. We're excited.
You are excited, and I think that's just something, too, for us all to think about and even take into consideration when we're looking at making donations, which I know you guys still have plenty of time for folks to get on Save the Turkeys, Embrace the Cluck, I'm saying that slowly, and help out a sort of family. So does that mean that still 3,000 families will get affected, or will there be potential that more families will get chickens, or do all families get the 3 chickens?
So that's up to the food pantries. I'm imagining it goes much further, much closer to 9,000 families will receive a bird. I know the birds went in and out those doors really quickly. I've gotten so many encouraging and positive messages about the chickens, and even seen some pictures where they've been served up on plates at food pantries this week. So it's exciting to, it's always good for us to learn and to question our methods and how we work, and because we can always grow and become better. And so I'm really proud of our team at Extra Table and our donors for embracing the Save the Turkey change.
And that's kind of how Extra Table got started, right, Martha? Is Robert St. John and those that really helped in the beginning thought, hey, let's look at how we're helping feed our hungry differently. And then from that evolved to what you guys are today. So if there is somebody listening to Good Things, Martha, and this is the first time they've heard of Extra Table, give us a little background. Tell us who you guys are and how y'all do things differently.
Yeah, so Extra Table was founded 14 years ago by Chef Robert St. John out of Hattiesburg. And a local food pantry ran out of food. And it wasn't that their shelves were totally empty, but they just didn't have things that made meals. They had, blueberry pie filling and water chestnuts, items that just you can't go home and eat. And so Robert his mom called. He was very disturbed by this. And so he did what he knew to do, and he started shipping food there through Cisco. And as time passes and COVID hits, now we have our own warehouse that is free to us. We have Chow Logistics and Purchasing that help us purchase our food at way reduced prices, and they deliver it for us directly to our 62 food pantries and soup kitchens. So every step of the way, we think about how our food interacts with people in order to be the most efficient and effective answer to fighting hunger in the state of Mississippi.
Which I think 14 years ago started out just in the Pine Belt, and now it's crazy to think, that you're covering the entire state. How do you guys partner with your food pantries or your soup kitchens? How do you make that relationship?
Yeah, it's really fun. We hear from different pantries each week, actually, and that hear about our services and want to become a part and like the food products that they hear other neighboring pantries are receiving. But our goal is to have, one pantry in every county, but we want one pantry in each city as well. So we're moving on up. We've got 62 food pantries and soup kitchens across the state. We ship $85,000 worth of food every month, and that's food purchased in way reduced below wholesale prices that we're really excited to have a team that works hard on that. And so pantries, we add 5 new food pantries each year, and that's donor driven. The more donations, the more funds that we raise, the more support that there is for Extra Table, the more people we can feed annually.
You mentioned about the idea of embrace the cluck and save the turkey for Thanksgiving. That had to come with help from local partners. Obviously, here in Mississippi, as you mentioned, chicken is a great commodity for us. Did you have one great donor that you would like to tip to for us when we're out in our shopping power that maybe helped make that 9,000 chickens possible?
Well, the Mississippi Poultry Association was a huge partner in that, but this partnership is sponsored by the First Bank. So they have been the backbone of this event from its conception several years ago, shipping turkeys. They're a leader in all the communities in which the First Bank serves, and they're a fun partner to have. And they love the ingenuity and listening to our pantries and swapping out turkeys for chickens. It's always important to support another local business. Will
you also be doing something similar for Christmas? I know Thanksgiving really gets the main protein or the main bird kind of takes the stage, but will you be doing something similar that people can go ahead and sort of plan for?
We are not shipping birds for Christmas, but we do have something special planned for each one of our food pantries. So that will be coming out soon on our social. So you'll have to follow along and stay tuned for what we're doing and how we'll continue to support them through the holidays and the end of this year.
So if people are looking for those end of the year donations or ways to be charitable or get together for, volunteering, how can they do that, Martha? Where can they go?
You can go to extratable.org, or you can go to our social media platforms. They are updated daily, and so they've got all the hot information, and we look forward to, partnering with you as a volunteer or as a donor and just telling the story of our neighbors across the state that are hungry. Well, together, we can make a difference.
9,000, well, I guess 3,000. 3,000 turkeys say thank you for for
That's
choosing
exactly
to
right.
embrace the Cluck here on Thanksgiving. Chickens everywhere. Like, no, that was our one holiday. No, but it makes perfect sense. I think it's a wonderful thing that you guys listened and you helped to sort of bridge that gap between what they could use and needed and made that happen. So kudos to everyone that, was part of that, Martha, and look forward to hearing about what you guys will be having coming up in the new year.
Yay! We are always so grateful to talk to you and to talk to all your listeners and share the work that we do at Extra Table because it affects all of us. Hunger is in all of our communities, and that's how we work. It's neighbors working together to feed neighbors.
All righty. Well, thanks, girl, and happy Thanksgiving.
You too. Have a great one.
All right, you guys stick with this. We got a few more good things for you coming up next.